Amazing, amazing. Want to just give a big shout out to everybody that's listening or watching. This is Winning Wednesday. Winning Wednesday. Let's grow. This is our midweek service, church online, church on the go. And we want to begin by saying thank you for allowing us to be in your space, wherever that may be. Maybe you're just waking up, you're going to bed, you're driving, you're working out, you're still in the office, or hey, you're at the coffee table, Jesus and coffee. Come on, that's glory right there. And we just want to say thank you for allowing us to be here with you just for a few minutes. It's Winning Wednesday. We want to just dive in tonight into His Word, because tonight on midweek, what we do, it's a combination of worship, word, and miracles. So expect miracles tonight in your home, in your office, in your workplace, wherever you may be. Expect miracles to happen. And I want to say thank you. If you've already subscribed to our podcast or our YouTube, thank you so much. And for those that have not, come on, subscribe now and hit that notification bell. It'll always alert you when we're ready to give you some more content. So tonight, we're diving in. And just like that song was saying, wrap me in your arms. Wrap me in your arms, Lord. That it's the place where I am changed. And I've known one thing about God. I've learned a lot. But the thing that always gets me is that He loves you and I so much that He will never leave you the same. And when you're in His presence, there is no possibility, no way that you will be the same. You will be forever transformed. You will be forever transformed and changed from the inside out. So tonight, I want to talk to you on be still. Come on, be still. If you have your iPad, you got your notepad, your pen, your paper. We're note takers. Come on, we're not a know-it-all crew. We're a learn-it-all crew. We're always growing. We're always elevating. We're always learning. Come on. So tonight, be still. That is our theme for tonight. And the reason I chose Be Still is because I've learned a lot about being still. But in the last 12 months, during everything that's gone on, I've tapped into even more being still. I think that even in this moment right now, in the time that we're living in, if there was a moment to be still, it is now. To be still and so we can know God. Because there is so many things that are changing by the minute, by the hour, by the day. So many things that are changing. There's so much confusion and chaos and madness and so many things happening that we can easily fall into depression or discouragement or deception. But it is when we be still is where we know God. And there's a lot of resistance in the inside of us that in the stillness of these moments, there's a lot of resistance. Why? Because it's a very human thing for us to be distracted by wanting to move and jump and sing and dance and be loud and make noise. And, this need for distraction can also spill into our worship as well. But did you know that God's presence is often found in the stillness and silence? And don't get me wrong. I love to jump. I love to dance. I love to clap. I love to lift my hands. I love to shout and yell and roar. But can I tell you, you need to know the ebb and the flow, the rhythm, the heartbeat of heaven, of when to be the lion and when to be the lamb. Oh my God, that's another preaching in itself. I'll have to teach on that one day. I want to just pull something out of Psalms 46, verse 10. It's a universal scripture, but I want to tap into it from this perspective of be still, silence, quiet. Wow, I know I'm asking for a whole lot because inside of us, we resist being quiet. It's like we get antsy, we get anxiety, we're like overthinking, and we got to always be doing something. We got to move, we got to do this, we got to do that. What about this? What about that? Our mind begins to wander and drift. But look at what Psalms 46:10, look what it says. Be still and know that I am God. I will be exalted among the nations. I will be exalted in the earth. Be still and know that I am God. Be still and know that I am God. You see, we find God in the moments where there is no sound, come on, no dance, no noise, nor roar, just silence and quiet. Yeah. We find God in these moments, in quietness and in silence. Many times we feel like we have to always be singing or playing or talking, but we need to learn how to leave space intentionally in the conversation of worship to be quiet. We have to be intentional to leave space in the art of worship, in the conversation of worship, to be quiet, to be silent and to be still. No moving, no dancing, no talking, no singing, but just quiet. Wow, my God. I've been serving Christ for 21 years now, but I have found in the last 12 months, more importantly, that there is glory found in the stillness. Those that are closest to me or people that know me, you hear me always shouting glory, glory, glory. As a matter of fact, put it on the chat line. Glory. Put some emojis, some fire bombs, and glory. I'm going to give you just a little nugget of why I always say glory. This is one of the little nuggets. It's because God's presence rests on those moments of silence and stillness and quietness. God's presence, in other words, God's glory, rests in those moments when we leave space in the conversation of worship to be quiet and be still and be silent. You know, what do I mean by that? What I mean is when we sit with Jesus, when we sit at the feet of Jesus, and when we let Jesus fill the space between our breaths, oh my God, and our sounds, that's where we find Him. Some of the most glorious moments I've had and glorious encounters that I've had in my life, whether I'm driving, whether I'm at the coffee table, in my bed, I'm lying down, I'm just sitting, is when I have just been quiet. I just begin to feel the presence, the glory of God. It becomes so overwhelming that just tears begin to just start to run down my eyes, because His reassurance, the whisper, the voice, the affirmation, the hope, He begins to whisper in me and just to say it's going to be okay. Maybe someone right now listening or watching you, you've been filled with so much anxiety, you're overwhelmed, you don't know what to do. Can I encourage you? Just like that whisper has come to me, it's going to be okay. Come on, can you put that on the chat line? It's going to be okay. Why do I say that? When you be still, you will know that He is God. Be still and know that I am God. I am, the I am, come on, is God. You're going to allow space in the conversation for God, watch this, to be known. To be known. When you allow Him, but you must be quiet. You got to just zip it up. You got to don't just tone it down, just be quiet. Let me put it to you this way. You can't really know Jesus if you don't take time to be still. Let me repeat myself. You really cannot know Jesus if you don't become intentional to be still. My God. Are you letting God be known in your worship? Or are you just looking for the next note, the next big song, the next big, chill and thrill and fuzzies and moment? Are you just looking for the next, top 10 worship? No, it doesn't work that way. Come on, you have to be still and know that I am God. I mean, let's take the noise off. Let's don't even sing. There's moments when you don't need to sing. There's moments when you don't need to talk. You just have to just be quiet. My God. Let me just say it this way. Let's put some imagery and some visual to this. That we must have intimacy of romance that is found in love, in a love relationship, in a husband and in a wife. Like my life and my bride, Pastor Jacqueline, like my wife and I. It's simply like this, that whatever we value, we make time for it. Oh, you better write that down. Whatever we value, we make time for. This reminds us, and it reminds me in my human relationship, in my husband and wife relationship with my wife, that we must spend time. There has to be those moments where my wife and I have quiet moments, where I'm just staring into her eyes, where I'm just looking into my lover's eyes. Come on, somebody. You have to have that time. As a matter of fact, I just text my wife that I'm looking forward to our next date night, that I can't wait. And then I put it on my text, I love you more and I miss you more. Because we have to have that time to be still. Imagine trying to get to know my wife, only at sundown. Hey, how you doing? Hey, how was your day? Hey, you okay? Yeah, I'm okay. Okay. I mean, come on. I'll never get to know my wife. I'll never get to know who she really is. So I want to challenge you. How much more so should we spend time looking into the eyes of Jesus and being still at the feet of Jesus? When is the last time you made eye contact with Jesus? When was the last time you had a face-to-face encounter with Jesus? People always ask me, Pastor, you're always on fire. How do you stay on fire? My answer is simple. I don't stay on fire. The fire within me keeps me on fire. And the only way that fire burns inside of me is because of moments of silence and quietness. I'm a mess. As a matter of fact, I'll say it this way. I'm perfectly messy. Oh God. I'm perfectly messy. I need God in my life every day of my life. I got so much on my life that I need the quietness. I need the stillness. If not, I already lost my hair. Come on, somebody. Face to face. When was the last time you stared into the eyes of Jesus? Here's my challenge to you and I. You're listening, you're watching. Spend some time in the morning. Spend some time in the evening with him. Or concluding this broadcast on YouTube, on Spotify, Anchor, whatever, however you're watching, whatever social media platform. Maybe tonight, let's take the challenge that right after this message concludes, let's be still. And let's gaze into the beauty of who Jesus is. Because when you are still, the psalmist says, be still and know that I am God. God will reveal himself. God will make himself known to you. Wow. Woo. There is glory found in his stillness. I want to challenge you tonight. There is glory found in his stillness. That's a key. That is a nugget. That is one of my elements that I practice daily. I don't need to be quiet just when I'm in trouble. I don't need to be quiet just when I need something. No. I have to be quiet every day of my life. Because remember that story in Elijah where that voice was not found in the earthquake. It wasn't found in the wind. It wasn't found in the fire. It was found in a small, still voice. I want to encourage you right now to be still and know that he is God. Maybe you're struggling with failure, with defeat, with unworthiness, with shame, with guilt. Maybe you're living a life of regret. Maybe those weren't the words you really wanted to say, or you hurt the people you loved the most, and you did some things that you weren't supposed to. Well, let me tell you, we've all been there. We've all done that. You're looking at me right now. Imperfect, but saved by grace. But can I tell you, where those labels came off? Where that shame and guilt and unworthiness, where all that came off is when I just stayed quiet in complete surrender and I submitted. Maybe you're like me 21 years ago. Unfortunately for me, I had to have a life and death experience. I had to come to a life and death moment. I had to, where the rubber meets the road, skid row. I mean, I had to have that face to face. I had to learn the hard way. But maybe I could save you from learning from the hard way. Learn from my pitfalls. Learn from my potholes or my mistakes. And today is your day to choose whom you will serve. And maybe right now you just need that comfort. Well, let me tell you, it's Jesus. So right now, where you're at, it's very simple to take the first step. Because when you take the first step of faith to acknowledge the finished work at the cross and to receive what he did for you. Because when he was at the cross, he was looking at you. He had you in his mind. And right now, when he said to Telestai, it is finished, He had you in his mind. He was looking at you. He was looking at your past, your present, and your future mistakes. Sin was judged one time and one time only. And today you have this grand opportunity to say simply, Jesus, I give you my life. That's it. That's simple. Jesus, I give you my life. All of heaven is rejoicing over your life. And if you just did that, then put it on the chat line. I have decided, and the reason you're going public is because of an inward experience of what just happened in the inside of you. That I'm not ashamed. I'm going public. Jesus came into my life. Come on, somebody. Here's the key. That's just the beginning of conversations you will have with him. There is many more conversations. Stay connected with us so that we can continue to give you content like this to help you to your everyday life so you can live your best life now. Do us a favor. I know this has inspired you. Be a social media evangelist and share this content. Share this content. This can actually help someone else save their life. Not me, but Jesus. All I am is a marketing billboard that points people to Jesus. Jesus does everything else. I'm just the messenger boy. Come on, somebody. Woo! Man, wow. Come on. Somebody shout glory. I'm super stoked because whoever you are, you joined the Billion Soul Harvest. Our mission is simple. Win souls, disciple nations. But here's the key. We can't do it without generosity. We can't do it without your generosity of faithful partners that faithfully give through their tithes and their offerings. To all our family, faith, and friends from around the world, come on, generosity, what is it to us? It's who we are. It's our DNA. That we don't give to get, we get to give. Here's my question today as I pray for generosity. Are you a river or are you a reservoir? Can I tell you today? Make a commitment to be a river. Open hands, open heavens. Your generosity generates change and makes a difference. I declare and decree today, Psalm 65:11, that he will crown your year with his goodness. His path will drip with his abundance. Come on, abundant living, abundant mindset. Come on. He who wins souls is wise. And when you sow in financially, come on, it is so safe, simple, and secure. Click the link on the bio on your Facebook or your Instagram. Or if you're like me, text to give. Text City Church INT to 77977 and join the Billion Soul Harvest campaign. Come on. Thank you so much for that. I don't leave without speaking the blessing of 1,000 times more. I speak this over every person watching and listening. The Lord bless you. The Lord keep you. The Lord make his face shine upon you. The Lord be gracious unto you. Lift his countenance over your life and give you his peace. I declare and I decree all things new, and truly the best is still yet to come. And as we deploy into the mission field, into the world, come on, transforming followers into agents of change to becoming world changers. Love God, love people, serve others, and change the world. Come on, don't forget, share this content. We love you.